Today on the podcast, we are talking about the Makers Trail Festival in Southwest Michigan. You can get tickets right now, makerstrail.org/festival. Let's find out all about it. And as I said, my guest on the podcast today, Daniele Crevier, we are talking makers, my friend. How are you? First, let's start there. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I am amazing, and I'm very excited to talk about this. So for people who might not be familiar, not only with the festival, but the Makers Trail idea in general, can we start there and then kind of get onto the festival?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a really great event that's going to be held at Waco Beach in Bridgman. So you've got the beautiful setting of course, the beach, the lake as your backdrop. And then really what we're doing is just celebrating Southwest Michigan makers. So we're talking breweries, wineries, distilleries, and cideries. You get to enjoy some live music and some delicious food from our area food trucks as well.
On the southwest side of the state, you are constantly creating events that are like this, where you see a need. Let's just say, oh, bikers need a path to go from X to Y, that you guys see a need, and then you create a thing to celebrate that need. Where did this one come from to kind of bring all the makers together, and how did it come about?
Absolutely. So this is actually based off of a program that is from the Southwest Michigan Tourist Council. So they do this really cool program called the Makers Trail Passport Program, where they encourage you September through April to go visit all these places and earn some really cool swag. So then, as a culmination of that, they're like, well, why not throw a festival? So we kind of, came together.
As you
really
do, you're
thing.
like, oh, let's just
why not?
put a festival on. Why not?
So we kind of, kind of a culmination of it into the summer, just celebrate, have live music, great food, try those drinks, and just really celebrate all Southwest Michigan and its beauty.
The other thing that I wanted to make sure I shout out, because if you go to the website, makerstrail.org, you can obviously get the details on the festival, how to get tickets, who's playing when, and what to do. But I think one of the best pieces on that website is the ongoing list of places that are dog friendly, because that's getting more complicated to kind of figure out where you can and cannot go. So I just wanted to shout out kudos to the fact that you can get a running list of where your dog can go enjoy beverages with you as you're traveling this Makers Trail.
Absolutely. It's we are very dog friendly, pet friendly here in Southwest Michigan. We love our furry friends. So it is a great option on the website.
Now, if people want to get tickets, should they get them in advance? What's the best way to make sure that you enjoy the festival the right way?
Yeah, absolutely. We always encourage people to buy tickets ahead of time. So right now tickets are $10 in advance, and then they go up 20 the day of. So we extended that advanced ticket pricing through 11:59 on June 9th. So really you can get them up right up to the day before. And then, as I said, the sales will resume at one day of, and they go up to 20. But either way, it's a steal. You get to enjoy all these makers in a beautiful setting. You get to go to the beach. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Do you have, and I know I would not dare ask you a favorite, but do you have one that you're excited to try that maybe you haven't tried, or, somebody's making something that's special for the actual festival?
Sure. So we're actually just in the process of getting those finalized menus. So hopefully we'll be able to have those in the next coming weeks. We'll have that available on the day of as well, in like little menus that we provide for the people. But honestly, Journeyman Distillery, I always love Journeyman. They've got some great beverages that they make. They've got a great whiskey that I love. And, of course, our local wineries. You've got Lazy Ballerina Winery, who's right downtown. So it's really nice from our office. It's just a short walk. So you could do happy hour after work. Silver Harbor Brewing, same, just right across the street. So it's not a bad place to work, Eric.
It doesn't sound like it is. Okay, so let's go back to the actual passport itself. If people want to kind of do that either before, because we're a little bit of ways, we're less than a month away, if they want to jump into the passport before or after, how does that work? How do they get the swag? Walk me through that.
Yeah, absolutely. So it actually is a program that runs about Labor Day weekend through the end of May. So they've just got a couple weeks left to do that, May 31st. But this year they pushed it, it's all digital. So it's actually a Makers Trail app that you can complete your passport on. You just go to these places, visit them, and then you can get like a stamp once you make a purchase. And then you work with the Tourist Council, which is a separate organization than St. Joe Day, but they will redeem that for different swag. I think this year they've got really cool t-shirts. They've got a Makers Trail hoodie, and then you can even possibly get a Makers Trail Yeti, which is really fun.
So, you've said that a couple of times. I want to make sure people understand what your organization does.
Yeah.
So St. Joe Today, what does that organization do that's different, let's say, than the Southwest Tourism Council?
Absolutely. So the Southwest Michigan Tourist Council is our area CVB, which is great. So we partner with them on a lot of different things. especially like hotel stays and programming, for the great events that we throw. We just want to always promote together. We kind of promote Southwest Michigan. So St. Joe Day is a separate nonprofit. We are a 501c3 actually based in St. Joe. So we run the Welcome Center here in downtown. And then we put on events such as like the Antiques on the Bluff. We've got Farmers Market. We do a really cool Chalk the Block event in August. So we do a lot of other things. And this is our first venture going outside of St. Joe, which is really cool. So we're heading down to Bridgman.
Danielle, what was the impetus to kind of travel out and be a part of this event, since it's sort of out of your normal purview?
Yeah, absolutely. So we love all things Southwest Michigan. We just happen to be housed here in downtown St. Joe. So we're really looking to kind of expand our footprint as an organization and really just provide support to the whole Southwestern Michigan community in, tandem with the Tourist Council. So we're really like partnering on these events and doing different things that we love and that we feel passionate about. And we're just really excited for the opportunity to work with these guys in Bridgman.
It's a super exciting, not only time of year, because we're starting to get some warm weather. It appears, as you and I are speaking, that it's stopped snowing, which is nice. But what has the last couple of years been like for your area? Are you seeing the increases in volume of human beings as a lot of the other pockets of Michigan? Like, what are you seeing? And if people are planning a trip this summer, maybe outside of the Makers Trail Festival, what are the things that you think about in St. Joe, make sure they see, that sort of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. We've definitely seen, especially we're getting back to those numbers, pre-2020. We're starting to get back to those numbers and we're really excited to see it. We love having people downtown. We had people downtown on like a Friday or Thursday last week, and we were just like, what is going on? School's still in session, but this is great. We're so busy. We love it. So we're starting to see, as the weather is getting nicer, people are definitely out. We just had a huge parade that the Boston Time throws this past weekend. So it's really good to see some life, downtown as we get into the summer season. But we always say, Southwest Michigan is such a great place. So if you pick a starting point like St. Joe, you can always travel outside and see what's in and around. So there's really great things happening in Bridgman, Benton Harbor, Stevensville, Baroda. There's lots of really cool places to see. The Makers Trail Passport program, even if you're not doing the passport, is just a good way to explore anyway. They've got little pockets in different towns that you can kind of hit all these different organizations at once. And then you can do some shopping, get some great food at different area restaurants. And really, it's a really fun place to be. For vacation or live here.
Either of those are very true. The last question, then I will let you go for the day, because I love when people celebrate their areas. So I'm not asking you a favorite. What I'm asking is, if I'm a tourist showing up in St. Joe, there's obviously going to be a smattering of restaurants that will automatically catch my eye. I will go here or there. Is there a local favorite that I should know about that I wouldn't know about if I just arrived in St. Joe and just started going to the first restaurant that was near me?
Ooh, sure. That's a great question. So I would say right off the top of my head, of course, Silver Beach Pizza, the huge one here in St. Joe.
Hang on.
Ever favorite.
I meant one that people don't know about. We're like,
Sure.
I will readily admit, during the summer months, I am in Rockford, Michigan. I will regularly once a month drive down to eat pizza to drive. So like,
that's fair. So one of my favorites, I guess, there's kind of two. So we've got Silver Harbor Brewing, that's right down here. They actually have a really great restaurant if you've never eaten there. They've got the Garden, which is a really cool spot too. They've got garage doors similar to Silver Beach Pizza where they'll open those on a really nice day. And then of course their delicious beer and wine that they've got there. And then also if you head down towards Stevensville, Coach's is a really good one, kind of a little hidden gem. They do some takeout. They've got a really nice patio in the summer. But you can grab a great burger, you can grab a good quesadilla, kind of a mix of offerings there.
I love it. All right, Danielle, I'll let you get back to your day. Thank you so much for spending time and good luck on the festival.
Thank you so much.